Hi there guys, welcome to another video. So I can say today I'm very excited for the newest sort of announcement on the website for the devlog. So on the devlog, if you haven't just seen, they have posted basically two parts of it for the engineers. So we have a couple things, right? So we have the new movement part, the torpedo. The torpedo in particular I'm very excited about. So for the torpedo, it is a new movement part. Kind of like those hover boats that you'd see like in Louisiana. Looks like one of those things, like one of those hover boats things. Where apparently basically the idea is that it will not be great if you're not using like race 1. If you use like relative to camera, it'll be bad. But the most cool thing is it's got the same perk as the armor track. So on the armor track, it has a cool perk, I think. Oh no, sorry, what am I thinking of? Golden Eagle. That's what I'm thinking of, sorry. Has the same perk as a Golden Eagle. So Golden Eagle right now gives you that 25%, 30% bonus of the damage protection. So the movement part is crazy. So from 80 kilometers onwards, it increases damage protection, right? The maximum bonus is 35% damage protection at 115 kilometers. Now getting 115 kilometers is going to be interesting. I think you need a very light build for this. But from the way that they described it, it kind of just slides across the wasteland, I guess. Yeah, using it relative to camera is going to be hard, apparently, I guess, because they're saying that if you use the handbrake, it'll reduce strafe speed or something. I think that's what it means. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll find out when it releases anyway. But going 115 will be hard to get. However, having a build that has a natural, like, you know, if you're a hover style, right, you're 80, you're blue hover, right? Assuming this works like a car, most of the time you're between 80 and 100-ish, somewhere there on a car. So going around there, having about 20% extra damage protection is so exciting. So stacking this with a Golden Eagle and other stuff, this might be a really cool new change to the game. I'm very excited for this. However, something I'm not so excited for is they announcing the release of a legendary shotgun being the Shredder. So according to this, the Shredder has the same sort of thing as the Arathron, that you have to work when it's further away, so the more distance, the more damage, all that sort of stuff. And apparently every single meter you get 5% more damage. So you'd think long range it should be a very big buff. I don't think it's going to change the meta. We'll see. Like all things in CROSSOUT, you never know when they release. Sometimes things are completely busted, sometimes things are completely balanced. Genuinely is like a roll of the dice at this point. So yeah, that's going to be fun. And furthermore, they have another release. So the Varan has been a very good low power score build for a long time. They are now releasing a legendary version of it called the Corax. Now, this has a basic penetration of 100%, so very much the exact same as this. I guess the way that they've described it is apparently you can do triple the damage if you maintain the rate of fire with it. So it's got some rhythmic sort of thing to it apparently, so it's going to shoot in a certain way. So you're going to get stacking damage buff. Unlike this, which is just like a tap and go sort of thing, apparently the new one will be a little bit more different. So yeah, we'll see how that. What I'm curious about is they are also releasing another stabilizer charge module thing. So very similar to the, I guess, the one for the Nemesis and the Helios, the charge booster thing. They're now doing one for the Mastodon. So the Mastodon, well, not the Mastodon, but anything with charge stuff. So this will also apply to things like, I guess, the Nemesis and the Helios, but I don't think it's going to be used for that. That doesn't, because that's got the already got its own one. This is for barrel spool up time. So we have a new module coming out for the next update, and it's going to do 20% reduction of shot charging time and barrel spool up time. So yeah, I think most interestingly, this will be a 1-point epic you put on a Mastodon to have an instant, you know, shot. In effect, that increases the rate of fire of the Mastodon, so it is actually a straight buff to builds like this. Like, it's a straight damage buff. Anything with fire rate increase, or spool up time increase, or charge cooldown, all that stuff. Anything like that should be very strong for. There's also things like the Kaiju and other stuff like that, which might do really well with this new epic charger. I'm praying it's just the 1 energy point. If it's 2, it's going to be just not usable. Yeah, things like, you know, the alternative to having a power unit, but for other builds, I think definitely Kaiju, Mastodon, there's a load of builds that can benefit from this, so yeah, be interesting to see how that pans out. Okay, and one of the final things that I'm excited for is we have all these more L-shaped things. So they're doing the same as what we've got here, where we've got the 8x4s by 1s. We're now going to have 7 versions, so 6x4 versions of this, for instance. So yeah, so this one we're going to have a 6x4 version of that. heavy and light. We're going to have 2x7s, which is going to be interesting. I think be nice to be able to, again, the more variation of frames, the better the builds, the more intricate things can be, the more, you know, it's only a benefit really. And same with the 1x7, so not just the 1x8, it's 1x6. We're going to have 1x8 by 7s too as well. There's not really much they've got left. They've done, you know, 1x2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now 7. I think they're completing the battle pass of frames at this point. So yeah, another exciting part of the next update. Right, yeah, and that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I know it was a bit of a rundown of the upcoming, I assume the upcoming battle pass and the new stuff to be released. I'm very, very excited for these parts. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And the game does need a little bit of a shake-up, so anything to buff the Mastodons, or anything with charge time. A Kaiju could even come back, we'll just have to see. If Kaiju can put out that DPS more consistently because of this thing, that's going to be amazing. So look out for Mastodon Kaiju things, even though, again, Punishers exist. Haha. Anyway, that'll do, yeah, as I said, for today's video. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and I will see you for another video very soon. See ya.